Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect, but I was at the time feeling like really slow and lethargic in my mind and in my body. And so I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna try this. And I've heard some good things about it. And my friend was actually telling me about it. So when I started, it was pretty hard. Like, I don't know, I don't think I've ever not eaten something like that for so long. And even within the first 2 days, my face felt clearer and I guess my skin got lighter. And I had already felt like way more energy, even with not eating much at all. And I just felt like connecting with myself better than I had been before.
Supposed to feel after doing a cleanse. Did you have
Yeah.
a moment that you felt this sort of like aha, like this is something that's gonna totally change the game for me?
I was pretty much feeling that every day, but I think like the moment where I was like, wow, this is actually something I've never felt before was when I did the last day with the liver. I was laying on my side throughout the night, and then I just like woke up and everything that I've never seen in my body before came out, and I was like, whoa, like I had no idea this was even possible to be inside my body, and I was just like digging through it, and I think I ended up finding like a few parasites, and I feel like I didn't even know that they were there, so it was like really like clarifying to see that stuff come out.
And a lot of athletes say that the cleanses have helped them like go deeper in their training and
Mhm.
become stronger athletes, have better resilience, have stronger stamina. Did you notice any like changes after the cleanse based on like sort of your training in a lot of ways?
Yeah, 100%. I would say like before I was like having trouble getting endurance when surfing and I wasn't like feeling very good, and I thought maybe I was just getting older or this is just how I was supposed to feel as I was like getting into my 20s. And afterwards I was able to actually start running, which I've never been able to do before. I was surfing for longer. I was going longer in my workouts, and like almost everything was improving.
This is so much different. Have you done any other styles of cleansing, like fasting or anything?
I've done like 24-hour to 48-hour fasting, and I would only drink water on the second day. And then I've done like 1 to 2 week of juicing, and they've all felt good, but it just didn't really compare to this at all. Like I actually felt like an improvement in myself afterwards in this, and I feel like I never really get that out of anything else.
Within
So.
ourselves. Like,
Mhm.
was there a moment that you felt like, wow, this is really inspiring? Like, did you have a moment that you felt inspired by the process, even though it was really t difficult, but did you feel that inspiration?
Yeah, I'd say by day three, I was noticing internal things, but even just like my skin was starting to like get softer and there was a lot of flakes on it, and I was like doing scrubs, and I've always had really bad acne, and my acne almost cleared up by day three. And that was also the day I was struggling because I wanted to eat something so badly, but I was just like, no, I can keep going. Um, but yeah, just even like sleeping, I was sleeping a lot better. I was still surfing while I was on it, so I never felt like completely drained. Maybe day five, but the whole time I was just like, I feel better every day that I've been doing this, so I want to keep going because I know I can just get even better than I have been feeling before. And just like even people who I've always been around and they notice me day to day, they were saying I look cleaner, like my face, my body, just everything looked a lot better off of me. And just like how I was performing and surfing and working out, it was just like that much better.
Ooh, that's beautiful. So you didn't eat anything, you just had the enzymes.
No, I think day four, I had like celery and hummus or something. I think I made like chickpea hummus or something, and I was like, I need to eat this. So that was, yeah,
And
that was actually something I noticed too for the next like 3 to 4 weeks after. If I ate anything that was even close to processed or like my body was actually kind of rejecting it. And so I was like only able to really eat like vegetables and fruits and like things that were actually that we're supposed to eat, I feel like. And like if I were even to look at like chicken or anything, and I'm not a big fan of it in the first place, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. It was weird.
from
Hmm.
these cleanses, what was
Yeah.
the biggest thing that changed for you physically after, or even
Uh,
emotionally?
I'd say I felt like I had a lot of mind blocks towards confidence, which I was doing like daily meditations through it, and I felt like I was able to get through them smoother than I have been, where I didn't have these random thoughts that were like making me think negatively or just even taking me away from the point that I wanted to be in. And I felt like a lot clearer when I was thinking. And then physically, my stomach, I've always felt like this extreme bloating. Um, and I was having trouble going to the bathroom, and that completely changed afterwards. That wasn't a problem at all. And I actually got really sick from eating a salad like I want to say 3 years ago, and the smell of vinegar and olive oil makes me want to puke. But doing that cleanse, the last day I was like, I am craving a salad. And then ever since I've been craving salads almost every day. So it's kind of changed everything about me.
Like it's so much different. How did you sit with that feeling of emptiness, especially because you didn't really eat anything on the rainbow cleanse?
I think it was really good for me, especially because I do crave like food a lot. And so it was definitely challenging for me, and I was trying my best not to crave anything. And then I felt like it just kept getting easier. And even like, I think day four, I had like this whole emotional wave come over me of things that I would kind of maybe push aside and not think about, like past traumas and just like feelings that I never really released. And I just was going through it in every way. And I was crying, I was angry, I was happy. And then at the end of the day, I just felt like pretty much fulfilled with myself and just like everything that I had gone through in my life. And it almost felt like I was just like at peace with myself in a way. So I was like kind of surprised by that just because I was not expecting it to be very emotional. I thought it was more physical, the cleanse. So to feel that was like pretty amazing because I don't know, I felt like I've always needed that release.
Just did the rainbow cleanse. Have you tried any of the other liquid enzymes?
So I'm going home uh, for a month, which is the longest I'll be home all year. And I'm looking to do a lung cleanse just because as athletes, I feel like we need our lungs, especially when you're underwater and you need to hold your breath longer. And I've always felt like my lungs have been maybe a little clogged up or something. And then I want to do the rainbow cleanse one more time. And I think there was just like a 1 day cleanse that I was looking at that I would want to travel with because I'm sometimes not home for like a long time, like 2 to 3 months. And so just to have something with me that's not like super bulky, I just feel like that would be perfect for me.
Just did the rainbow cleanse. Have you tried any of the other liquid enzymes?
So I'm going home uh, for a month, which is the longest I'll be home all year. And I'm looking to do a lung cleanse just because as athletes, I feel like we need our lungs, especially when you're underwater and you need to hold your breath longer. And I've always felt like my lungs have been maybe a little clogged up or something. And then I want to do the rainbow cleanse one more time. And I think there was just like a 1 day cleanse that I was looking at that I would want to travel with because I'm sometimes not home for like a long time, like 2 to 3 months. And so just to have something with me that's not like super bulky, I just feel like that would be perfect for me. Like drinking the packets is something that I feel like would help me a lot because I'm sitting on a plane for anywhere from 10 to 14 to 32 hours every like 3 to 4 weeks. And I tend to always be constipated by the end of it. And I almost always can't go to the bathroom for like a week after I'm in this place where I'm supposed to be feeling good. I have a contest in a few days. Um, and so when I'm feeling that way, I actually think about doing the cleanse and I'm like, I wish I had that with me right now because I know for a fact it would help me clean myself out because I just always feel like crap traveling like that. And sometimes it doesn't even get back to my regular self until I'm leaving for the next trip and then it happens all over again. So it's a constant battle with my body
Our
sometimes.
process.
Yeah.
Did you have many moments where you were just like, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore?
Oh yeah, I think almost every night before bed is like when I crave something and I was like, nope, this is not me talking. I can't be saying this right now. And I think there was definitely a few times where I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. This doesn't feel right. But then at other times I was like, this is the best thing I've ever done. And I was going through ups and downs every like 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, whoa, I don't think I've ever felt like this. And I felt really low, but I've always believed that you can't feel the highs without feeling the lows. So that was definitely in the back of my mind, I was like, if I go through a low right now, I'll probably feel a high very soon. And it was just kind of sitting in the back of my mind the whole time, like, if I can get through this, I'll be able to get through this. So, yeah, what you were saying about your dad, when I was first going into it, my mom's a nurse and she had her doubts, and my trainer was like, I don't think you should do this. And then my dad was just like, oh, I don't know if this is the right thing to do. And I was just very adamant about doing it. And I felt like it was resonating with me, and it was something I felt like was really needed. And by the end of it, every single one of them saw the changes in me and how much better I was feeling, physically and mentally. And all of them were looking into it afterwards. They were like, wait, actually, I think I want to try this. And my trainer had kidney stones, and I was telling him there's a kidney cleanse, and I think he's like still looking into it. And so I feel like once they kind of see how it like works, and they get a bit of experience, which is why I think the Zoom call is really cool. It kind of changes their perspective on it.